What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about reactive abuse or reactive violence or reacting to the narcissist and the things that they do to you. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Thank you. Yes, this is 100% true when you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people. Reactive abuse will be used against you. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. So if you don't know what reactive abuse is, it's when a narcissist or a toxic person or whomever pokes you and pokes you and pokes you and intentionally triggers you and sets you off. You then in turn react to their abuse. Your reactive abuse. And sometimes you get out of character. Sometimes you are yelling, you are screaming, you are attacking them, you are hitting them, you are throwing things, and that is not in your normal character. So doing some of these episodes when you're exploding, when you're yelling and crying and screaming to what they've done to you, you're reacting to what they've done to you, they will whip out their phone and record you just so they can show their friends and family and your friends and family how crazy you are. And they will be talking to you in a calm manner. Why are you acting like this? Look how crazy you are. Calm down. Nobody said anything to you. Nobody done anything to you. Y'all, look what I have to deal with. That's why I say when you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person, your reactions are your power. And I know that's easier said than done. Don't let them blackmail you with your reactions. So, welcome back. So, reactive abuse is real. Reactive violence, whatever name you want to give to it, it is 100% real. And that's why I tell people, if you don't know what reactive abuse is, I gave a quick definition in that in the short video, but it's when a narcissistic person, literally, or toxic person, or whoever, pokes you until they get a reaction out of you. You're reacting to the abuse. You're reactive violence, your reaction. You're reacting out of character. You explode. You go crazy. You yell. You scream. You throw things because you were pushed to the limit by this person who intentionally did it. And when they're pushing you to the limit, typically they are remaining calm. And once you are yelling and screaming, sometimes they will pull that phone out on you and record you and make you look crazy, make you look literally insane to them. So I'm telling you, when you're dealing with narcissists or you're dealing with toxic people, understand how that works right there. Understand the way the mind works and how people's mind works in this situation. Like, reactive abuse can and will be used against you. They will have a video of you yelling and screaming or recording of you yelling and screaming and doing things out of character and use that against you. Sometimes they use it as blackmail to keep you in a relationship. Sometimes they use it as blackmail to keep you from saying or doing things to them or going public with the things that they are doing to you. You see what I'm saying? You have to be in control of yourself. You have to be in control of your mind. That's why I say your reactions are your power. I say that. If they cannot trigger you, they cannot control you. That is just literally it. Point blank, period, end of story. If they cannot trigger you, they absolutely 100% cannot control you. Your reactions, keeping your reaction in check, are your power. I know, look, y'all, I understand that this is way easier said than done. I promise you, this is way easier said than done. It is. It just 100% is. So in situations like that, when you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people, understand that they don't care. They don't care. They want to get you. They want to get you to react. That's their goal. That gives them the power in this situation. It's getting you to act out of character, especially in public. That's when the dog whistles and the inside triggers come into play. They'll do this stuff to you in public, intentionally set you off in public, so they don't even have to record you. You go crazy, you act out of character in public where you're yelling and screaming at somebody that's quiet. You look like the aggressor. You just do. And I know that's messed up, and a lot of people it gets into your head and things like that, and you get embarrassed and you get ashamed and things like that. That narcissist is sitting over there being diabolical, just clicking their hands together like an evil villain, like yes, like Waylon Smithers from The Simpsons. You know what I mean? That type of stuff right there. So that's what I tell people, whatever situation you're in, whatever it devolves into, you have to understand that your power lies in your control. And I know it's literally, y'all, you can't, it doesn't happen overnight. It just doesn't. This doesn't happen overnight. Controlling your reactions doesn't happen overnight. Controlling your power doesn't happen overnight. These are steps. These are, like I said, you have to build up the muscle, These are steps. It's a technique you have to learn. It's just like you have to build it up to be able to do it. You know what I mean? You can't just come out of nowhere and just like yesterday you were triggered. Today you're just like, I'm good. It doesn't happen that way for most people. Could it happen? Yeah. But if it doesn't happen, don't be mad at yourself. You know, you have to control yourself because I'm telling you, they will try to use these. They will threaten to use these videos in court to take the kids from you. They will threaten to use these videos to send them to your family and friends. They will threaten to post these videos. I'm telling you, that's why you have to control yourself. I know it's easy. Again, y'all, it's easier said than done when they have certain type of leverage over you, especially in public. If they're setting you off like this in public, y'all, if they're literally setting you off like this in public, then you have there's an issue here, y'all. There's a big, huge issue here, and issue, not issue, issue. You know what I mean? There's a big, huge issue going on here. Like, you have to stand in your truth. You have to stand in your mind, and you have to be in control of yourself. Meditate, understand. Look, observe, don't absorb. Observe the things that they're doing. You see that they're intentionally trying to trigger you, because guess what? When they trigger you, you might see their face change. They might start a little sly smile or a smirk on their face. Like, you were yelling and screaming, and they're just like, what are you doing, crazy person? Look how crazy you are. You're so crazy. You are out of control. Y'all see what I have to deal with? Y'all see what I have to deal with in this world today? Like, look, I didn't say nothing to them. I didn't say nothing to them. They just went crazy. I didn't say nothing to them. Boom, and they got you. Then they have you. Then they got you. Then they use that to trap you. If you leave me, I'm going to release these videos. If you leave me, I'm going to send this somewhere. If you try to take me to court, I'm going to take the kids from you. Do you see how that works right there? And then you feel like you're trapped because you couldn't control your reactions. That's what it is, y'all. Narcissists take pleasure in doing that, y'all. They do. Setting you up like a ticking time bomb. Like, boom, boom, you blew up. That's why I say, y'all, you literally are in control. You are. You are in control. Don't give them the power over your reactions, because if they can trigger you, they can control you. And the opposite is true. If that is true, then the opposite is also true. If they cannot trigger you, they cannot control you. And if when they're using the dog whistles and the inside triggers, you know what dog whistle is. Dog whistles are when they trigger you by saying things that will trigger only you. Some inside jokes, inside triggers, things that y'all have talked about personally on a personal level, or they know on a personal level that will set you off, and you specifically. They blow the dog whistle. You know, if you blow a dog whistle, only dogs can hear it. So if you do a dog whistle trigger, it only triggers you. So they do this. They do this. They get very good at learning what triggers you. So again, if you understand, So if you understand how the mind works and how this thing is going, you are in control. Take your power back. Yeah, you can do it. Some of the people, you don't feel like you're in control, but you can absolutely 100% do it. That's why the dog whistles and stuff come into play, and then you take your power back. You got it. You can do it. You know, like I said, if they cannot trigger you, they cannot control you. And I'm just telling you, if one trigger doesn't work, they'll move on to another, because the goal is to set you off. If this doesn't work, they move on to the next trigger. If that doesn't work, they move on to this trigger. You see what I'm saying? If this doesn't work, they move on to the next one. They're going to try to trigger you. You know, if they can't trigger you, yeah, they could get frustrated. Like I said, use discretion, of course, and gray rock. But like, if they can't trigger you, they could get frustrated and become loud, and they become loud and they react. You know, because if they're triggers, if you get in control, robot resetting, narcissistic robot powering down. Power back up. If they cannot trigger you in one way, they will move on to the next possible trigger. They'll try to devalue you, and they'll say mean, evil, vitriol to you to try to get you to react. They're going to try their hardest to get you out of character, because getting you out of character is the goal. That's why I say reactive abuse is definitely abuse, y'all. Reactive abuse is abuse. Like, you're reacting to them, and you look like the aggressor. You do, because the most times they're going to remain calm, cool, and collected. And if they do it in public, everybody else is going to like, dang, how do you put up with that? That is crazy. And they're like, I know. I just love them. That's why I'm not going to leave them, just because they yell and scream at me and treat me like this. And now, again, they're witnesses to the reaction. Control your reactions, y'all. You can do it. Take a deep breath. Woosah, goose fraba. You know, you're saying anger management from Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholas. Goose fraba. You know, goose fraba. Woosah. Do whatever it takes to control yourself, y'all. Don't let them have this power over you. I promise you, you deserve better. But I can say you deserve better all I want to. You have to take it into account. So your reactions are your power. Get control of them. Because if they look, it's kind of like a shield. If you get control of your reactions, you like block them off. Like damn, you like blocking their trigger shots. Bam, bam. You hit it back to them, and typically they might react or they'll get frustrated and leave you alone. But yeah, use discretion, because if words don't work, some people resort to physical violence. Trust me. Some people are crazy. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I really, truly appreciate every single thing that y'all do for me. Look, because guess what? As much as y'all say you learn from me, I learn even more from you. I promise. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a video, y'all. Mental Healness is out. Peace.